How can you, as a coach, improve the learning of your team? I'm Brett Cotty from Cotty's Coaching. I'm here to talk to you about learning and how you can get a competitive advantage from learning for your team. So, we're going to take a concept from Carol Dweck called the fixed mindset versus the growth mindset. This research was based around kids in school and how they're doing in school, but you can really easily apply it to sports, and I'll show you exactly how that works. So the first thing we want to talk about is what is the fixed mindset and what is the growth mindset. The fixed mindset is this idea that you have everything inside of you already. You're born with it, you have a fixed amount of talent, and that's it. You can either use it or not. Whereas the growth mindset says that amount of talent gets stretched and grows and gets bigger with the ways that you learn and challenge yourself. So for fixed mindset, they have an idea of a static intelligence, which means that you're born with this much intelligence and you don't get any more. In the same way with athletes, you're born with a certain amount of talent and that's all you have. Whereas the growth mindset is looking to develop that intelligence, develop that talent. And that's where coaches can really come in to develop the players' talents and even their intelligence. It's helpful to improve the intelligence of your players to be able to understand the game better and learn quicker. The second thing is they avoid challenges with the fixed mindset. So instead of seeing a challenge as an opportunity to stretch and grow themselves and be a better person, they see it as a shot to their ego. If they fail at something that is a challenge, then they will be a failure. So they would rather not deal with the consequences at all, and they would rather just avoid it altogether instead of being labeled a failure. Whereas the growth mindset sees failure as a way forward, a way of learning. It's not a failure for them, it's just a learning opportunity for them to get better and improve for the next time. The next one is that they give up easily if you have a fixed mindset. I'm sure you've seen this as a coach with your players. Some of your players probably can quit really easily on a game or a play. That's because they don't realize the impact that they can have with their effort and what that effort can do for them. So instead of seeing how they can help their team and how they can improve, they just quit because they don't see any use in their effort, because they don't think of, if they're not going to make the play right then why give the effort? The next is that they ignore feedback. So fixed mindset tends to try and avoid feedback because it is a blow to their ego. Anything that is negative or perceived negative to them as a criticism, they will automatically kind of respond in a fear-based response and try and avoid dealing with it. Whereas the growth mindset people understand that feedback is necessary and they encourage that feedback so that they can keep learning and keep getting better. And the last one is they are threatened by others that succeed. The fixed mindset see that as a blow to their ego again, where they think of the other person succeeding means that they're failing or that they're not as good. Whereas somebody with a growth mindset can look at the person who is succeeding and really try and understand and learn from them of what they're doing and how they're succeeding, right? Because they don't think it's just talent that got them there. They're looking at the habits and the movements that they're doing, whatever they're doing within their sport to succeed. And they're going to try and copy those and bring them into their own game. And so you can see why this is so important for a player to have, because a fixed mindset player isn't going to have as much growth over their career. So if you start them both at the same point, the growth mindset person is going to propel themselves so much further because they are pushing themselves. They're trying to get better. They're trying to succeed. And we've seen this in studies that have been done through Carol Dweckler's work. And she's shown that the people that have this growth mindset end up doing better in the long run and being more successful because they have this mindset. And so this is going to be a lot of just how you communicate to your players can really reinforce one or the other. If you're telling your players just that they're great, they're awesome, they're super talented, that's a great one for building up their ego, but it's also going to build up that fixed mindset. So changing your communication style to more of looking at the effort and them trying to grow and then trying to push themselves, right? So when they succeed, you praise their effort. When they fail, you praise their effort, right? As long as that effort is there, that's what we want to see as coaches, to see them growing and continuing to get better. Because if that effort continues to be there, they will continue to improve steadily, and then all of a sudden they will have a huge competitive advantage over a fixed mindset who is avoiding challenges, who's not stretching themselves, who's not trying to learn and hone themselves into a better player. So, really important stuff for communicating to your team and trying to change their ways of learning and change their ways of thinking. If you thought that was helpful, great, like it. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you understood, what was not so clear. Let me know any topics that you want to see in the future. And if you want to level up your leadership, check out brettcotti.com, and we'll show you exactly how to bring this into your program and really implement it with your players and really break it down so that your team can get the most out of what we've learned from sports psychology. And until next time, just keep growing tougher.